ago was a Hell's Gate charger. I think, my friends, he's calling you in this room in Warren County to be Hell's Gate chargers.
Come on.
I think he's calling you to stand up against a state government that continues to take your money like you don't matter. Did you all realize, I think, that you should keep more of your own money?
Amen.
I think you're probably okay with that, aren't
Amen.
you? You realize that your Tennessee budget, I'm proud to be a Tennessee Republican. I'm proud to stand by the guiding principles of the Tennessee Republican Party. But when we have a budget that has increased by 59%, from $37.5 billion to $59.5 billion in 6 years, something is wrong in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right. That's right.
When we have state employees in Nashville, Tennessee, that on the clock work against your rights actively each and every day, they slither down the hallways of the Cordell Hall building. And they argue against your farmland rights and they argue against your 2A rights each and every day. Something's wrong with that, and I intend to fix that in Nashville, Tennessee.
Amen.
Woo! When we just won a court victory that we're going to declare unconstitutional 154-year-old Jim Crow law that makes you a criminal for having a pistol on your side. We don't have constitutional carry in the state of Tennessee, and if some politician tells you that, they're either uninformed or they're a liar.
Come on.
What we have now is a defense against the criminality because of that intent to go on. And so the governor and the attorney general of the state of Tennessee have spent your money arguing against your rights over the past few months. A chancery court decided that the plaintiffs were correct and said it was unconstitutional and that language should go. And guess what the Nashville establishment has decided to do? They've decided to appeal that decision and continue to infringe upon your rights to keep and bear arms. I think that's an apostasy constitutionally. I intend to end it. You know, I think it's unfortunate that we think we have to buy your consent with things. We take your money in Nashville, we send it out, these ever-growing budgets, we send it to corporate welfare like to the Tennessee Titans to build new stadiums. We did that a few years ago. Y'all realize that, right? $550 million. How many were in support of that? Raise your hand. Wow. You would think they would have voted differently, wouldn't you? But we continue to spend your money on corporate welfare, my friends. That's got to stop. These folks in Nashville have forgotten that they work for you. They've forgotten that they work under the authority solely of the Constitution of the state of Tennessee and the United States. I intend to fix that. I will recalibrate Nashville, Tennessee to understand that they work for people in Warren County and Roane County and Shelby County, and there will be no question about it.
Amen.
You know, I think we live in the greatest place in the world, folks. I do.
Amen.
But oftentimes I'll hear my colleagues say, well, we're better than California. Well, we're better than hell as well. But that doesn't mean we're where we're supposed to be. I think that those 56 men that signed that Declaration of Independence, and they said we've been endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. I think that's the anchor to our Constitution and to our American way of life. And when we have politicians and bureaucrats that spend your money and get us $37 trillion in debt at a federal level, and have a budget in Tennessee that has proportionately grown faster than even that out-of-control spending in D.C., we've got a problem. If you want more D.C. in Nashville, you're going to have other choices. If you want somebody that will apply some constitutional common sense and yank a knot in the Nashville establishment, I'm your man.
Amen.
If you want someone who's put on the uniform of this nation and charged into the cloud of dust to fight the enemies of these United States, and that will apply that same tenacity in leading and serving you in the state of Tennessee, I'm your only choice. I'm that true volunteer, and I am proud of that.
Amen.
That Sam Houston, that David Crockett, those that gave us that name, it's not a football team. It's not a basketball team. I'm a UT graduate. But it's more than that. And so again, folks, if you're happy with the way things have been going under a misguided Bill Lee, you're going to have a choice to choose more of that. If you want to turn this state, if you want us to be what we can be, you need to send a soldier. You need to send in the cavalry. You need to send troops. Thank you so much.